Welcome to Episode 2 of Jersey Talk. This is the podcast for the fans, by the fans. Welcome to the ride and hope you enjoy. To my right is Jacob, and to his right is Basant.
What's up?
Follow us on Twitter at
Yes,
Jersey Talk 20 and subscribe to us on YouTube at Jersey Talk. It would be much appreciated. Now, to begin the episode, we're going to get into a new segment called Weekly Hooks. Now, homies may be wondering, what the is this? It is our recap of the weekly headlines throughout the week. So number one is one that's near and dear to everyone's heart at this table. Eli Manning is retiring.
Yep.
The press conference is Friday.
Good career.
Fantastic career. Won 2 Super Bowls. Played for the New York Giants. And is part of the royal family of the NFL. How do we all feel about him retiring? Specifically, Basant.
You know, ever since I started watching football,
Yeah.
you know, like he's the main guy. That
I've
always watched, you know, like he's playing in the league for 16 years. He threw, I believe, 350-something touchdowns and obviously led the league in interceptions as well. But, you know, through the thick and thin, you know, he I mean, there's not really much I could say. Yeah, I mean, it will definitely be hard to see him tomorrow, like giving his speech. So it'll be one to watch for sure.
Right. All right. Quick question. Who do you think is going to be a more depressing speech? His or his brother's? Peyton's was sad.
That's a good one.
I feel like Eli is a very emotional guy, like especially when Tom Coughlin left the New York Giants. He held a press conference too, and like, you could probably see in the videos that Eli Manning, like he was just bawling his eyes out. So,
I don't remember seeing that, but knowing how close. I mean, I don't know how close. Just going off the reports and everything I've read. Yeah, him and Coughlin were tight.
Yeah. I feel like Eli's will definitely be a lot more emotional, especially since, you know, he played for the Giants for his entire career.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So, and he brought us 2 Super Bowls. He was Super Bowl MVP twice. And, you know, his journey was truly magical what he's gone through. So
I like that.
I feel like he'll be...
Right?
It's actually Ben McAdoo, not Bob McAdoo.
Exactly. That shows you how much
of a Giants fan you are.
Yeah. But his connection with Tom Coughlin was unlike any others. You know, he was very close with him. He's very attached, and I feel like his career succeeded because of him. Yeah, like he owes a lot to that. So,
now that being said, it was Coughlin's time to go.
Yeah, I mean, stuff happens. Yeah, you know, this team wasn't properly structured, and obviously, when a team is not succeeding, first person you point to is the coach. Yeah, so you know, it was time to move on, and now it's time to move on from Eli. So,
right, you got Daniel Jones now.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is here now.
Young talent, so
hopefully he'll
stick around. Eli Manning.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
yeah. Not at all.
How do you feel about him retiring?
Me? Yeah. Just like he said, you know, it was good. It's good while it lasted, but you know, he's gone now. Mm-hmm. On to Daniel Jones, and I mean,
I'm not complaining.
16 years is a long time in the NFL.
I'll tell you guys this: we're definitely going to be talking to Eli Manning.
Yeah, we will.
Now, on to the next one. ESPN's favorite athlete, Zion Williamson's debut was last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
He dropped, I believe, 20 points?
22 points.
22 points in the first 18. He played for about 18 minutes.
About 18, right? 20 minutes.
Okay.
And in the first...
I got this.
Okay.
17 straight points in the fourth quarter.
Right.
4 for 4 from 3.
Which broke Ben Simmons'
career. Career. I saw the dude that was all over Snapchat and Twitter, and I love Ben Simmons, but I'm all for it. That is funny. I mean, if you were watching the game, those were wide open. Oh, yeah. I mean, but like that, he was taking what the defense gave him, and I mean, how do you guys feel about Zion playing basketball now?
I think we need him.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be exciting, especially with how John Morant, like, he just completely exploded. Yeah. So now he has some competition coming.
Right. Well, they're like home. They're both from South Carolina. Right. They're homies and stuff. And I'm all. What I'm interested in is how this impacts the NBA ratings. Because we saw what Zion did to college football. I mean, not college football, college basketball. And it looks like he's going to be not obviously just as good because he's one of the most dominant college basketball players ever, but. He might have a big impact on the ratings, and with how the Pelicans are looking in the seeding, it's like there's going to be a fight for that A spot.
Oh, yeah.
And I would love to see the Pelicans in the playoffs because if things turn out the way I think they will, Lakers, number 1 seed, Pelicans, 8 seed, it'll be a sweep or a gentleman's
Anthony
sweep.
Davis going against.
But that'll be that. I mean, Ingram, Alonzo Ball,
cool.
Ingram's like on his revenge tour for getting traded.
Right.
So now the next topic that I want to discuss is Gary Kubiak getting hired as offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings.
You know, I'll just say this: Vikings fans, they got to cross their fingers. You got to hold on to your offensive coordinator. Like, you can't just let them walk off.
Yeah.
You know?
I think Coop's staying there. I don't think
he will stay
because he's got those health issues. So I don't think he wants to be a head coach anymore. And he's done everything he could.
Right. This will probably be his last team that he's coached for.
What is his prior what has he done before this?
He was head coach for the Broncos.
He's the head coach of the Broncos Super Bowl team. Right. He started off as the OC of Mike Shanahan's Broncos teams in the late 90s with Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp. The Super Bowl run the Broncos had in the 90s with Elway. And then he was the Texans head coach when they had Arian Foster. He comes from the Shanahan zone run scheme tree. So it's and he obviously had a huge impact on that offense.
Right. Definitely.
That was his offense. It's just Kevin Stefanski. I mean, Kevin Stefanski runs the same offense. It's just Kubiak was there to give him advice. And he's also the assistant head coach and stuff, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the hire because, you're not going to miss a beat with that offense.
And I mean, at this point, they didn't really have a choice either. There weren't really a lot of options open.
He's by far the best available option. If you're looking around, as offensive coordinator.
Right.
Yeah.
They had a chance to potentially go after Pat Shurmur to bring him back onto the team, but I doubt that was going to happen.
I still think Kubiak would have been a better hire.
Just based off of experience.
Experience. They've been in that system for 2 years now. Cousins fits that offense better than he does.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever Shermer's offense,
right?
Because Shermer's offense requires the quarterback to do a lot of rolling out and stuff. Mm-hmm. Kirk's not going to do that. Case Keenum, say what you want about him. That's one of the few things he can do. He can't. He's not great at it, but he can roll out and stuff.
I'll say this: Pat Shurmur, he's very good at developing quarterbacks. He did the same thing with Daniel Jones and Case Keenum. He makes them look good. Yeah, it's just a fact.
He almost made Case Keenum look like an MVP quarterback.
Yeah, he did. He brought them
that year.
Oh god! He brought them to
that was the Miracle of Minnesota. Yeah. Your favorite.
Oh, I hated that. That was my least favorite play of all time, probably.
But I can tell you what my least favorite play of all time was.
I can tell you what my least favorite play of all time.
I remember this funny. I don't know why. I remember this funny video I wanted to show you guys. So, have you seen the movie Hoodwinked?
No. Actually, no, I have seen it.
It's an old, weird,
animation.
Yeah, okay. So I saw this funny video on Twitter, and let me pull it up. So someone said Hoodwinked is forever and will be one of my feel guilty pleasures, and it's this video. And here, I'm just gonna pull it up. Watch it. Look at the shirt he's wearing under this sweatshirt.
Don't I get a drink? No. So, Mr. Wolf. Now, Cody Wolf.
Wait.
You can call me
Look at the jersey he's wearing.
Long walks.
Purple and gold. Number 23. Whoa. This dude has been standing from LeBron James to the Lakers since whenever the hell this movie came out. I tweeted that. I was like, bro, is he wearing a Lakers bronze jersey?
That's like a Simpsons moment.
Yeah, that's where my head went. I'm like, and now I want to rewatch that movie because watching that scene, I'm like, this looks like a whack ass movie. I remember it being just so off the wall. I completely forgot about that. I just want to bring that up. And then that might be it for the weekly hooks, guys. We're gonna move on to our first discussion, and that will be our reactions to the playoff games.
Okay,
sounds good.
So I will say this. I was wrong for both my predictions. I predicted that the Packers would win, and I predicted that the Titans would win. And I'm 0 for 2 right now. I'll give Kyle credit. He's undefeated.
Yep. So it goes in the line. It goes
not undefeated. Yeah, I am undefeated. Yeah. I'm more than undefeated. I am an oracle.
Okay.
I predicted exactly how that Chiefs game was going to go.
Well,
don't deny it.
Yeah,
you did.
Okay,
you did.
I wouldn't deny it. But
the other game, I was not.
Yeah. So
it was great.
The Titans game went as expected. We predicted that, okay, Titans need to get off to an early start because the Chiefs, they're kind of lacking when it comes to scoring in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah.
So, they were up 10-0, and then the Chiefs were slowly trailing up and catching up, and eventually they overtook them.
Right.
And the Titans could not stop them. So that happened.
It was beautiful.
And we did predict that they would score 24, so we were right about that.
Yep.
All of us were.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's the best quarterback.
With that nasty Lamar Jackson-esque run. Oh,
and you know why? Because in this game, we've seen it in the playoffs, kind of sneakily.
Right.
This dude is using his legs.
Oh, yeah.
Because what he's starting to do is, I think he's starting to learn, if the defense is just... Because what the Titans were doing was they had their outside linebackers. They had them pretty much outside contain,
right?
And he they were just pretty much sitting there waiting for him. So what he started to do was he's like, if I can just get past them, I have so much open field because they're only rushing 3. They're having those guys watching because they have to have so many DBs on the field. So he's like, well, if I can get past that one guy, I got 10, 15 yards. Look at that. The touchdown run that broke the game.
Right.
I think
he had an amazing
yards.
fade, too. I don't know who he faked. I didn't pay attention to who the player was, but just that subtle look that he gives, it just takes off. It's one to see.
That was nasty.
And then Chris Jones, early on, I brought that up, is if he's healthy and...
Yeah, you did.
It was
literally
just
shut him down.
And guess what? Henry had 66 rushing yards.
69.
Oh, 69. I thought it was 66.
And he had a touchdown.
Yeah.
He did have a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, he did have. But
and they did have that cool trick play.
Yeah, no.
The over the top
lineman.
That was good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was a previous game.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, that was
against the Ravens.
Yeah, that was against the Ravens, dog.
No, they.
Oh no, they did.
They did.
Yeah, no, yeah, they gave. Yeah,
oh,
the
lineman.
Yeah,
Kelly. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
But
I think you were saying that Henry threw.
I thought he was talking about the Tebow thing too.
Yeah, no.
But okay.
My bad.
He was talking about the
you're
Kelly,
good. It's my
the Dorial Greenback trade.
Yeah, they traded
Dorial Greenback
for Dennis Kelly. And Twitter went off. They're like, "Oh, why would we give a Dorial Greenback?"
Well, Kelly has more touchdowns than Dorial Greenback this year. Mainly because one of them's not in the NFL.
Yeah,
but in that.
You also said that if they forced Tannehill to pass a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
He actually did pretty good.
No, he did good, but it's you can clearly tell it's this is not what they wanted to do.
Right.
I'm not going to say him. I don't want to say him not throwing in the first 2 playoff games impacted, but I think it did.
Yeah.
Because
no, not really. 21 for 31 and 209 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying he played bad. He played fine, but it's you're also playing against Mahomes.
Right.
And you're gonna need
touchdowns.
Yeah, you're gonna need 300 yards.
And you guys know?
Right.
And you guys know how many times he got sacked that game?
I don't have that number.
Or how many throwaways he had? From what it seemed like when I was watching, that offensive line was not giving Henry and Tannehill
Chris Jones played out of his mind. It's
Frank Clark too. So you gotta give credit to that.
But hey, give him credits. All the Frank Clark had before that game, I was like, man, they're really lining up the Titans to win. They cashed that check, and I was like, I can't be happier. And now we have a awesome Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
But before we get to that, I want to talk about maybe the happiest I've been this NFL season.
Wow.
Maybe since the Bears-Cowboys game. Because, oh my God, 27-0. That was just love at first sight, man.
Yeah.
Okay, but
awesome.
You got to give credit to the man, Aaron Rodgers. He just came into that second half with nobody on his team. No one was giving him support. And he was still able to score. You know?
Yeah.
Which is why I always have an admiration for Aaron Rodgers because he can work with anything. Now, granted, it was a little late in the game.
Right. Yeah. Right. You can make the argument that those are also those are a garbage time number because
true.
The 49. The 49ers passed the ball 8 times.
Okay. That's crazy.
Garoppolo, I don't have the numbers on me, but I think he only threw the ball once in the entire second half.
I don't know if I mentioned in the last podcast or not, but I was actually worried about Jimmy Garoppolo
in this game.
Yeah, I just feel
you talked about how you liked him.
I do. Yeah. No, I don't really like him. It's more of his egotistic problem that I have an issue with because he comes from that Brady background. Boy. Yeah, he's a pretty boy.
Yeah.
He comes from a Brady background. He has 2 Super Bowls under his ring as a back quarterback. It's not something to really vouch for.
Yeah, but as a starter, look at his. I mean, the dude wins.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the offense that he has. He's George Kittle. He has like so many.
Okay, before that though, I mean, the first thing he got traded, his first 5 games in Kyle Shanahan's offense, he went 5-0, and some of those teams weren't slouches either. Like he beat good teams, so it's like, and I'm not saying he's the next boy wonder, but I think he's a pretty good quarterback, especially in Shanahan's offense. It's like that's all they need, especially with what Morstead did. Oh my God,
4 touchdowns
and
400 over 200 yards,
a career day.
And
did it break a record?
Yep. He first running back ever to rush for over 200 yards and 4 touchdowns in a playoff game.
Congrats, man! Yeah, congrats for real.
God,
crazy.
Awesome. And I feel really bad because I brought up Breida and Coleman, and not him. But like I just I didn't bring, and I don't want to say this like hindsight, but like I didn't bring him up because like I was blanking on his name and I didn't want to mess up. But but I wasn't expecting that. Like, oh my God.
I mean, honestly, like truth be told, and this is just my take. I could be totally wrong about this, but you could have put any running back in that position. They would have succeeded.
I don't want to say any running back, but any running back like that style. Like where, speed, burners, But, I mean, that's all those guys.
Right.
Breida, Coleman. Yeah. I mean, that's why that
like it was awesome. Just not him that caused, the stats and the touchdowns. Like, you could have put any of the other 2 guys in, and they would have done the same.
I agree.
Like, the blocking and, like, everything else that they executed was perfect.
I mean, it's the Shanahan run offense. Mike Shanahan, his dad, that playoff run Terrell Davis went on. I mean, it's Derrick Henry is the closest we've seen in a long time to it. So it's like, if you want to know what that playoff run was like, look at what Derrick Henry did, because that's exactly what it was. And it was obviously none of us were live, but I've gone back, watched all the videos of Terrell Davis, because Terrell Davis highlights are awesome. They're crazy. Okay, so. Let me check where the timer's at.
I think we'll probably have to go to break here in a couple minutes.
For sure. Yeah, we can go to break right now. Jacob's got to go change his adult diaper real quick. We'll be right back with our Super Bowl preview. Not our picks, just we're going to talk about how excited we are for the game, kind of like an early preview of where we're leaning towards, and just some matchups we think are going to have a huge impact. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, homies. We had to take a quick break. Someone had to change the diaper.
Feeling good now. Feeling good.
So our next discussion will be the Super Bowl preview. 49ers and Chiefs.
Yes, sir.
How do we feel about the game?
I'm very excited.
Wait. It's in Miami, by the way, too.
Yes.
Beautiful weather.
Who's going to be performing halftime show this year?
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, look that up.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
I remember.
I thought someone resigned from it. No, that was last
last
but he
year.
still did it.
Halftime Super Bowl show. I remember because when it got announced, I think it got some poop on it.
J-Lo?
No. Yeah, it is J-Lo. It's J-Lo and someone else.
Lady Gaga?
Maybe.
That's just the first name that popped up.
Probably.
So that's why I said that.
Maybe. Anyways. Yeah. So, going back to this, I feel like it's going to be...
It's Shakira and J-Lo.
Ooh.
Okay. I think Pitbull might make a surprise.
I wouldn't
Mr. Worldwide.
I hope not. I hope to God not.
All right.
So, Super Bowl preview. Yes. How do you feel about it?
So, I feel like it's going to be probably the most exciting Super Bowl that we've had in a long time. Probably
besides the Eagles-Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's going to be more exciting than the Patriots and Seahawks Super Bowl that we had.
Oh, that was good.
I think so.
That's pretty goddamn exciting.
So, it was really exciting.
I'm going to say this right now. I mean, granted, we're all 20-year-olds, so we don't know this, but like the Super Bowls we've been watching the past 5 years, outside the one. I mean, I loved it. I was a stickler for it.
It was close.
Yeah, exactly, and that's all I care about. But outside last year, it's the last 4 or 5 Super Bowls have been fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah,
the 28-3, the Eagles one was the highest scoring Super Bowl, and then we had the Seattle Patriots one where the Malcolm Butler
it's kind of awesome.
The only other one, the one last year, was the Broncos Panthers game, but it's you had an all-time defense against Cam Newton and it was still like relatively like a good game.
Oh yeah,
right.
I think this Super Bowl is gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah,
I think it's gonna be awesome.
This is gonna be one that's fun
Sherman
to watch.
and
For sure.
Hill, Kelsey and Kittle,
Sherman and Hill.
like,
That's a good battle.
Like this Super Bowl might have like the most like just pure like big names in it, like the past like no, because I'm just pulling ass now.
It does got big names though.
Yeah,
Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid,
it's got the best
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that's all it needs.
Yep.
The best
We're
quarterback.
not talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. We're talking about.
Oh, I was talking about
Yeah.
Garoppolo.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. Too bad.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
Attaboy.
So
So yeah, do you want to go off with like predictions?
We'll say predictions as we get closer to the Super Bowl. We'll kind of build that up. But like, where are we leaning towards it right now?
You know, I'm really confused when it comes to predicting this game, specifically because how dangerous the 49ers could be on offense, especially with what they did last week against the Packers. But in a way, I'm kind of concerned about the Chiefs' defense as well. Mm-hmm. Because if the 49ers get off to a hot start like they did last week, then the Chiefs, they'll have to come up again. They'll have to score multiple times every drive, and they'll have to fight their way through it. But I feel like if the Chiefs can properly execute this game, especially their defense, they can win this game.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like it won't be easy for them.
To your point about them getting behind, I think it'll be a lot different than the Titans game because the Titans defense is good, but I like Harold and Landry, but they're lacking like a true outside pass rush. And if you know anything about the 49ers, they have, the best pass rush in the NFL. Joey Bosa, D Ford, Eric, like they have like 5 first-round picks on that D line.
Yeah.
Like it's absurd. So if they get behind, I think, to your point, I think that will be the difference. Is their pass rush is not like it is leagues ahead of the Titans. And then what I'm most excited for is Sherman on Hill.
Yes.
That will be a good battle. Watching that the entire game. I can't wait for that.
Now, the Chiefs did play the 49ers this year, correct? Was it week 3? Or was that last season? I can't remember off the top.
I got it. I don't remember. I know the Niners and Packers played earlier this season.
Yes.
The Niners blew them out, so maybe we should have known that already.
Yes, they did play
the
49ers. They play them at Kansas City.
Yeah.
And Kansas City lost 27-17.
Was Mahomes?
What was the numbers?
Let's see. Jimmy Garoppolo went 14 for 20, 188 yards and 1 touchdown. So again, as expected, not impressive numbers,
But he's not asked to do. But that's the thing. He's not asked to do that. What's his completion percentage?
Actually, no. This is a preseason game.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, so this is irrelevant. Yeah. So again, this isn't really. I just remember I was on Twitter a couple nights ago and I saw a highlight reel of
them playing.
So I think that might have been. I thought it was week 3, but it was week 3 of the preseason.
Okay,
that's what it was.
Okay,
yeah.
So my mistake on that.
No, you're good. You're all
but where were we with this?
Where we think?
We'll go with Jacob.
I like both teams in this. I really don't know where it's going to go.
Oh, so you think it's going to be a tie?
Well, it can't be a tie.
No.
But
it's just the fact that you said it. Well, I'm leaning towards both teams.
That's just how it goes. But 49ers can get up early and then I think they can just run out the clock. They can run the ball, that. So, if they can do that, then they'll win, I think. But if Pat Mahomes just shows out like he usually does, then
I think this is going to have to be. I think this is going to be depending on how you guys think high scoring is, I think it's going to be 31, 30.
It'll be 30s, sure.
Early third, pretty early 30s, and if I had to just put a number 34 to 30 right now, just because
and you're not picking a team.
I'm not going to pick a team.
Gotcha.
And if I'm being honest, though, as much as I love Mahomes, I am leaning towards the 49ers right now because exactly what Basant brought up is if the Niners can get a lead early and that pass, if they let Nick Bosa and D Ford just go, and especially D Ford, because this could be he's probably looking at this like a revenge game.
Right.
And so depending on how his mindset is going in the game, we could see the best D Ford we've seen in throughout the playoffs. And he was awesome this season. And then obviously Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, Solomon Thomas.
The whole defense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, so that I think that's where I'm leaning right now. And yeah, with the run game, like like to me, it's like the Niners are almost like I don't want to say like. I want to say they're the Titans. Just they do they run the. I don't want to say they run the ball better because Henry's awesome, but it's like the way they are a run heavy offense. They want to like it's it's a very similar style of football. It's just they're more creative in the passing schemes to me, and then their pass rush is insane. So as long as they don't do that stupid thing that the Titans did last week with having the linebackers spying on him. And that will be interesting also to watch is how do the 49ers
contain
because going into this game they're going to be like we can't let him run but we can't have him just sit in the pocket. So it's like we got to make him uncomfortable, and how are you going to do that because we haven't seen Mahomes uncomfortable yet. Like the man was down 24 points against the Texans. He's like him and Kelsey were just like, we got this. Yeah, let's make history.
Exactly.
And they did it. It was awesome. The Texans.
Okay.
Tell me how you feel. Houston and New York are going to hate me in a couple months.
Oh, yeah.
Once we go on my tangents.
New York.
So, Jacob, what's your take on this game?
Yeah. I already said my take. What do you mean?
Did you?
Yeah. You did.
Okay.
Yeah,
it was a short one.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just make it loud and clear. Who are we leaning towards right now? Which team?
Me, I gotta go with the Chiefs.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make the same mistake 2 weeks in a row.
I also gotta go with the Chiefs.
All right. So wow, this is weird.
The same.
I'm the guy who dick rides Patrick Mahomes. I'm leaning towards not Patrick Mahomes. All right, so I mean, who knows? By the time we get there, I'm gonna be like, F this. Patrick Mahomes is my guy, ride or die, baby. So now another discussion I want to have that involves the Chiefs in the Super Bowl conversation is Andy Reid. I want to talk about this because it was a very interesting discussion I heard. I believe it was on Get Up this morning. It was on one of the talk shows.
Yes, sir.
Andy Reid's Hall of Fame case. This is where I want to start. Do you think he gets in the Hall of Fame if they lose the Super Bowl?
Let's start with Jacob.
Okay.
Since he's the Eagles
fan. Yeah. Okay.
If they lose,
you're
asking what I think if he should be in it or not? I think he should be in it regardless.
Okay. But do you think he's going to get in
if he loses?
Yeah. Given with how the Hall of Fame is, kind of how tough they are on coaches and stuff.
Yeah, probably not.
And since he doesn't have the Super Bowl,
unless they keep going back.
Yeah.
But at this point, no, probably not. I think that's why I think that's another edge for the Chiefs. He really wants this game. I mean, everyone does.
It sounds like that's going to be their motivating. I think it was Kelsey that said something along the lines we're doing this for
the coach. Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to play for Andy Reid.
Right.
Just an awesome.
You see, Pat Mahomes and
go out, just YouTube any video of U2 homies. YouTube any video of Michael Vick talking about Andy Reid. That's all you need to hear. So how do you feel?
That's dogs.
Oh my God! Okay, no, I like Michael Vick. Let's keep this PC about Michael Vick.
I do like Michael
Vick. That was a mistake, but he's definitely rebounded from that.
He's good.
Guy.
Great.
Yeah. So Basant.
Yes.
How do you feel about Andy Reid's Hall of Fame case without the Super Bowl?
So as Jacob was giving his take, I did a little research on Andy Reid. So he's been coaching for 21 years.
Yeah.
When he was coaching for the Philadelphia Eagles, his win to loss percentage is 583.
Yep.
So he has won 224 games and lost 130 with them. Yeah. With Kansas City, he's won 112 and lost 77 games.
In Kansas City, they've been spurting out.
Yes, and he has made one Super Bowl appearance.
Made one with the Eagles, and then they went to 4 straight NFC Championship games as well during that McNabb run.
So, and this is not including my bias at all, but based on these statistics, I feel like he is Hall of Fame worthy.
Another important factor is he has, I believe you might want to fact check on me, this 14 winning seasons.
Let's see here.
Which, to me, is out of 21 years, he has 14 winning seasons. Because I bet most of those losses were at his tail end with the Eagles. Because that's when.
Do you count winning as 8-8 too, or is that just
that's 500? Yeah, that's
18
500.
seasons.
18. So he's got 18 winning seasons. Yeah, out of 21 years.
His worst season was actually
with the Eagles, and it was probably like what they went like
4-12.
Yeah, 4-12, 2012.
Yeah.
I remember that season very well.
I think that was the year he got fired too.
Yeah, that was the year.
And then when they had like the worst quarterback in the league, who was it? Number 4, I think it was.
You're the Eagles fan.
Oh my God, I can't think of his name, but yeah.
Because I remember
Nick Foles wasn't even in the league.
No, Nick Foles was. I think Nick Foles.
I'm thinking of somebody else, but number 4.
Oh.
I remember that season very well. Just
Vic got hurt. I remember Vic got hurt.
Trent Edwards.
It was Nick Foles, or might have been Trent Edwards, maybe.
Well, actually, no, because if it was 2012, that was Foles' rookie season, so it was probably Foles. Yeah,
it was Foles.
Yeah, so it had to be Foles.
Then never mind.
Yeah, because remember Chip Kelly? Because when Chip Kelly got hired, it was a year or two afterwards. That's when Foles had that like insane year,
right?
Where he went, he had like 27 touchdowns and 2 picks or some shit like that. Like,
boy, Foles.
Yeah.
Now, a specific reason, or I remember this 2012 season just because week 17, the Giants absolutely demolished the Eagles at MetLife.
Wow.
And Andy Reid, he got fired that night. Yeah, I mean,
that's probably why he got fired. It had nothing to do with them. It had nothing to do with them winning 14. Yeah. It just, they got blown out by the Giants.
I remember specifically because we had David Wilson, Henry Heinowski. Eli Manning just completely went off that game. So just clicked. But yeah, in summary, I feel like Andy Reid would probably be Hall of Fame worthy, even if they don't win the Super Bowl.
And homies don't know how I feel about Andy Reid, but I think his Hall of Fame case ended about 2 years ago. It's just he wins and gets to the playoffs, and he got to 4 straight NFC Championship games. And we were having this discussion earlier. Yeah. Those Eagles teams weren't like the most talented. They were talented, obviously. They went to 4 straight NFC Championship games, but it wasn't like it wasn't like what he has now with the Chiefs.
Right.
Like McNabb was an awesome quarterback, but I don't think he was ever a top 5 quarterback outside like 1 or 2 seasons statistically he had with the Eagles. Right. And then Westbrook was awesome, but injuries derailed him. And then obviously we know what happened with Terrell Davis
Terrell T.O.
What boy? Did you see that? Him and Donovan McNabb's beef again?
No.
So beef? They've had beef for a while. But so Donovan McNabb went on this Bleacher Report show that's going on. I highly recommend it. Where this guy named I'm blanking on his full name, but he goes by like Master Trez or something on Twitter. He's awesome. I think he's really funny, and he does this. He does this thing with they bring in just athletes, and it's a really cool setup. It's like a pool table, a dark lit room, and it's just like they're just hanging out talking. And he asked him about T.O. and stuff, and he just had some comments. He was like, the gist of it is like he commented on Terrell Owens, not Terrell Davis. He had Terrell Owens, and he brought up. He's like, the reason we broke up is because like having him on the team was like a soap opera pretty much, and Terrell Owens, we all know how Terrell Owens is. So on Twitter, he clapped back, and he was like, oh, why don't you talk about the real reason why you puked or why you were partying every night? And then Master tweeted, he's like, y'all want to see Terrell Owens as their next guest or something like that?
Yikes.
So they're trying to. Well, the thing was, McNabb was trying to be super cool with it, but it's like in that scenario, if you don't want to don't bring that up if you don't want to bring the problem in. But like if you watch the video, it is like he is trying to be like as cool and honest about the situation as he can. And I don't doubt that, but there probably were other things that did happen that caused the split.
Oh yeah. So speaking of beef, this just clicked in my brain.
Yeah.
You probably saw on Twitter about the whole Darrelle Revis situation.
Oh my God.
Do you want to talk about that for a bit?
Yeah.
Before we go to break?
Let me see. Well, no, let's talk about that when we get out to break, because I have a lot of words about that.
We still have about 3 minutes, so you can probably talk.
Okay. So
go ahead.
I'll just make my main point right now is, I hate when players do this. Okay? Because, when his whole argument was, like, dude, get out of the zone, like, get out of the scheme that you're in, and let's see what kind of player you are. Like, he's being called, like, put your players in the best fit, maximize their potential. That's what you're supposed to do as a coach.
Right.
I hate when players get mad. Well, he's great in this scheme, but if he was in another one, it just I don't like his argument. and Sherman's a great corner, and I like. It's just.
Did he bring up how he got burned on one play?
Yeah, that's another thing. He waited all season till the playoffs to bring it up about Revis.
He was just waiting for it.
Yeah, exactly. And what I think it is, I'll bring that up when we get back from break. But it's just I think there's I think Revis is kind of scared of Sherman, and if I'm being transparent, I think Revis is the second best corner of all time. Behind, Deion.
Revis Island exists.
Well, okay, no, but I'm not going off his entire. I'm going off when I'm talking corners and most any player in general. I go off their prime and the longevity of it and what they accomplished. And you put Revis's prime up against anyone's.
It's not even close.
It's insane, man. But Sherman's got. I love Sherman though. I think Sherman's a great corner. I think he is going to go to the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. I think he's one of the best 10 corners of all time. Yeah. I just hate when people use that argument against him, the scheme he's in. I'm look at Brady. If you want to make that argument, you can say the same about Brady, but no one is because he's the boy wonder, 6 Super Bowls and stuff.
Right.
So
you know what we should do? We should bring Michael Crabtree onto our show and ask him what he truly feels about this situation.
Sure, I would love to have him.
We're gonna put a sorry.
Well, anyways, we're gonna go to break and we'll be back soon.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What we were talking about before we left was the Revis beef, right?
Yep.
And I wanted to point out the reason I think Revis brought it up is because I think he is getting a little insecure. I don't know why. He's got the ring, and I don't think anyone's gonna. I mean, there's gonna be a few Twitter heads that are gonna say, "Yeah, Sherman's better," and maybe a few people, but the overwhelming consensus is gonna be that Revis was the better corner for the majority of his career, and the argument actually probably will be it's man to man, Revis Island, he wasn't in the same scheme his entire career. But I was saying, that's a dumb argument. But I think he is getting insecure and is kind of scared that Revis might take his shine because. Now, Sherman will take his shine because Sherman's now been in 3 Super Bowls compared to the one that Revis was in, and he has a chance to go 2 and 3 in that span. And you look at all their All Pros and Pro Bowls. They're right there.
Right.
So, and I think the Pro Bowl's stupid. But that plays a factor and stuff. And I'll have something to say about the Pro Bowl in a minute. But also. The All Pros, that's big for me. Mm-hmm. So I think he's just getting a little insecure about Sherman overlapping him.
Yeah, maybe
just because I've seen this since they made the playoffs. Is everyone's now talking about how great Richard Sherman is? I'm watch football, guys. Sherman's been this great since he went to the 49ers.
Yeah,
it's just they were trash, so no one was actually watching. All right, actually watch football, guys. Sherman's been great. I'll say this is his best season with the Niners.
Oh, absolutely.
And this has been better than some of the seasons he had even on the Seahawks. Yeah. And he's also coming off a torn Achilles.
Right.
So I love Sherman though. I'm all for it.
I love everything about him.
I love his
personality.
Dude. And he's a high. He trash talks, but he's a high character guy.
Think about it. All corners have to have that.
I know.
That's
look at all the best corners in NFL history. Champ Bailey's the one guy that wasn't like that. But that's because he was a Terminator. Mm-hmm. He had that Kawhi thing. It's
I'm quiet, but I'm gonna.
I like that. I like that. Yeah. But he's quiet and. If we want to talk about some of our favorite football players, I don't think there's anyone I love more than Champ Bailey. That's the guy that got me into football.
You always
remember how much I love Champ Bailey.
John Elway, Champ Bailey.
Speaking of the Pro Bowl that I brought up earlier, and I have something to say about that, is that I would like to introduce the dumbest sports take of the year so far, and that involves the NFL and having Xavier goddamn Rhodes in the Pro Bowl. And this proves how big of a joke it is. Xavier Rhodes was one of the worst corners in the NFL. Yeah. He literally just made me and him had this discussion. He made it just because he's been great the past couple of years, and he's a big name. The Pro Bowl is slowly turning into hey, let's just get all the big names. It's a participation trophy now. Yeah. That's all it is. Yeah. It's hey, let's get all the big names and let's just take more fans. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying. I said that a negative way, but it's not. It's a business, but it's just the Pro Bowl can be so much more and meaningful if the NFL actually like cared about it, but they've made it loud and clear they don't care about that.
But how much can you care about it when you don't want these players to get hurt? Like
you don't have to do. No,
I'm want them to be.
I'm not talking about the game.
I'm
not even talking about the game.
It's talking about like the concept of how they're actually elected.
Yeah, how the players get elected. That's why I put way more stock in the All Pro because like that is taken way more like seriously and like it's another. The NBA All Star, like how they had those fan votes, and Alex Caruso was number 4, and Zaza Pachulia was like number 2 or 3 like a few years ago because his entire country was voting for him. It's just I think the way the Pro Bowl and even the All Star fan votes works is stupid. And that was just my little. How do you guys feel? How do you feel about Xavier Rhodes making the Pro Bowl?
Oh, dude, it's absolutely disgusting.
I think it's
so disrespectful.
Like.
So disrespectful.
If I was a corner,
I don't even know his numbers, so I don't know.
If I was a corner and like I was in like I knew, and I mean there are probably so many corners that thought this like, why the hell is he in the Pro Bowl and I'm not? Like, dude, there's gonna be guys that make the All Pro team that don't make.
And not that it's that big of a deal, but still, it's more like a status mark. Like, hey, I made the Pro Bowl. What did you do? Like it's something that I don't think players really take it that seriously.
They don't because I feel like players also know it's a joke at this point.
From a fan standpoint, like you always look at how many Pro Bowlers do you have on your team? People just
that's the problem is when you're making these Hall of Fame arguments and which team's better, that's always going to be like, well, how many Pro Bowls and not all pros? How many Pro Bowls do you have on your team, or how many Pro Bowls did this player A make? But it's like. No, look at the All Pros. Mm-hmm. That's what matters is the All Pros to me because that's
so the
people
difference
I
is,
actually have actually respect for vote for that.
Yeah.
So,
so the difference is for the All Pro team, they're voted in by
media members and coaches,
and then for the Pro Bowl, it's fans.
It's
fans and let's say a team made the playoffs and they continue to exceed to Super Bowl.
It's like fans, players, coaches, and stuff. It's just not taken half seriously.
Gotcha.
Okay. And they have substitutes too, like if your team.
Well, that's also a big problem with this is because so many players don't play in it anymore because they just Khalil Mack isn't playing in it because of a disclosed injury, but that just sounds like
that's BS.
He doesn't want to play in it. And dude, I'm okay with it. Keep Mac Daddy healthy for next season.
Daddy, what?
Yeah, I mean, it's Mac Daddy, baby.
Okay.
Mac.
So enough Pro Bowl talk. Let's dive now into basketball.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about the
NBA All-Star? Yeah. So me and Jacob have our NBA All-Star lineups because we're the NBA guys. Basant are mostly football, and they're he's the basketball guy.
Yep.
So we have our starting 5 Eastern Conference lineups for today, and the next episode we are going to do our Western Conference. I keep doing the pen thing. I know. The Western Conference.
Just
stop touching. Hey, stop touching me. This is I will stab you.
All right.
He didn't mean that.
I'll John Wick that. All right. So we have our Eastern Conference starting lineups, and I already know that ours are a little different. So if you want to start with yours.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start with mine. So for the starting lineup, the guards, I have Kemba Walker and Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, okay.
The front courts, I have Giannis, obviously.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam. I think that's pretty obvious too.
Yeah.
I mean, for me. And then Joel Embiid.
Okay.
All right, that's my starting lineup right there.
Yeah, that's our starting. And then, when we do our starting, after we do the both starting lineups, we'll do both benches in one episode because that won't take long at all.
Yes, sir.
My starting lineup is Giannis. That's obvious. He's arguably the best player in basketball.
Thanks.
He's awesome. He's on my fantasy team. Oh, it's great. It's awesome.
Which is bad, but that's okay.
He's not even in my league.
Yeah, but
I have Embiid.
Okay.
Yep, that's good.
Okay. And I have Jimmy Butler as my other forward.
Oh my god.
That's where we
interesting.
That's where we disagree.
Yeah, and then I have Trae Young and
Okay.
Kemba Walker.
Okay,
so we'll talk about this Butler real quick. Where we disagree is Butler and Siakam. And the only reason I didn't put Siakam in there is because he missed time, and I hate holding that against him, but it's just that's part of it for me. It's just the amount of time the amount of games you play because and it's just Jimmy. They're winning. The Miami Heat are the number
2 seed right now, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's like he's got all the check marks, and it's like I feel like you have to put one of the Heat players in the starting lineup, and I can't put Bam over.
Bam. He's
gonna be on my bench too.
Yeah.
But like, I can't put Bam over Embiid and Giannis.
No.
So, and I love Siakam, and I was going back and forth between that. And as a disclosure, I love Jimmy Butler. He's probably my favorite basketball player. I'm a diehard Bulls fan. I mean, obviously, Zach LaVine, baby. But
You just got that too.
yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I just ordered it. Came on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to come on Friday. Oh god, just look at it, man.
It's fresh.
You want to show him, bro? Stand up, do something. You want to get behind the back? All right, or not. That's cool.
It's
a little camera shot.
It's the city jersey. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful color.
It is. It is
Yeah,
really nice.
but oh my god. But yeah, it's just. And Siakam before he got hurt was an MVP candidate, but it's just he got hurt and then he missed a substantial amount of games. I mean, I know he's back now and he's playing awesome. It's just like those games he missed. I'm like I feel bad, but I am holding it against him right now.
Yep.
Right.
So,
and for me, just you know how I feel about Jimmy Butler. I mean, we talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
It's nothing personal, but to me, it's like I don't know the attitude a little bit for him. It's just
that's gonna play a factor when you're doing All-Star.
I know, but. I guess that's just how I feel.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's an inherent sport.
Like you said, you like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
see, I
that's
like
why
that
he
out of
win.
a player.
Yeah,
I like that.
Actually, whoa.
What?
Something just broke. Jimmy Butler did not make the All-Star team.
Who made? Oh, the All-Star teams?
Yeah, they dropped.
Yeah, who? Yeah. Breaking news. All-Star teams. Let's talk about them.
The Eastern Conference starters.
As we just talked about. Let's see if my team.
Wait, who made it?
You guys are actually pretty close. So with the Eastern. Embiid obviously made it.
Yeah.
Kemba Walker made it.
Okay.
Giannis made it.
Okay.
Pascal made it. Siakam.
Okay.
And Trae Young.
I can't complain about that.
No,
I was worried
can't
about Young
complain about
because
that.
just from what I listen to a lot of NBA podcasts and stuff, and what I've been hearing a lot is that like Trae Young might have not made the All-Star team just because his defense is so atrocious. But it's like, dude, the man offensively, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And he averages 29. Like he's good for 30 and 10 like every other night. So it's like, how do you keep that out of an All-Star game? Like at some point, it's like it outweighs how bad he is on defense.
And I don't know if you've seen, but have you seen him pull up?
Oh yeah,
just from
it's
like Steph. It's like Steph. Yeah.
I think he's gonna. I think, and it's not because of him being bad on defense, but I think he is gonna turn into like a Harden type player.
Really?
Yeah.
So shooting 40 times a game.
I mean, he has to with how bad the Hawks are right now.
Oh,
Granted,
well,
though, it's because John Collins is suspended for a substantial, and they've been plagued by injuries. But I mean, they're one of the worst teams in basketball. So. You could also look; maybe his numbers are inflated, but from the Hawks games I've watched, I don't think they are. And I mean,
he makes a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's not.
He's
Harden,
just
right.
But I think like his potential is like Harden at like that type of because I mean. Like you were saying, the dude has that Steph Harden KD range. Where like, as soon as he pulls past the half court line, it's like he can pull up.
He's gonna pull. Yeah.
He's gonna pull. And I was worried about it. Like I wasn't high on him coming out of college because his defense and I didn't know how his shooting was going to translate and his size and stuff. But I mean, clearly I was wrong. So.
Okay, so obviously with the Eastern Conference dropping, the Western Conference roster dropped. So I'd like to hear your predictions before I show you who made the Western Conference.
Did you do your Western Conference lineup?
I didn't.
Okay, yeah,
but I can just tell you right now.
None of you guys did?
No, we just had our East.
Okay.
We're ready for this.
So are you guys ready?
Yeah, we can hear.
So LeBron is the captain. Luka made it.
Hell yes.
So did Harden, AD, and Kawhi.
You were just saying Harden was good. Now you're going to go,
well, you guys know how I feel about Harden. That's why. I mean, I say all like...
You're not a big fan of his personality.
No, it's not his personality. It's a lot of his, it's his game. It's like, I don't like it when guys are jacking up 40 shots a game.
Pull up, Euro step, get fouled, shoot the free throw.
Yeah. Sorry. No, that'd be
I like that.
Yeah, I mean the Western All-Star lineup is easy, man.
Yeah,
I mean, if it was anything but that, it's like fuck this. Like fuck the lineup.
And look at that. Imagine that as a starting lineup. LeBron, Luka.
I mean, imagine
Harden.
Any team, like, even the Eastern Conference, like those teams would be.
Who's your
insane.
who's y'all's favorite player out of all these lineups?
With the Western, I'm probably gonna go with.
Go with
Luka.
Yeah, Luka.
Absolutely.
Go with Luka. And then on the Eastern, I'll go with Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with this. I agree with Giannis for sure. But on the West, I gotta go Kawhi.
Ooh.
Kawhi is just oh my god, he's great.
Well, Luka's my favorite
Player.
Yeah. Luka's my favorite player.
What about on the Eastern? Who's your favorite on that?
Well, we already know about that. It's Jimmy G. Buckets.
He's not on it.
Jimmy.
So you got to pick someone.
Yeah, you got to pick someone else.
He's on the starting.
Yeah. Giannis. I mean, that's the easy. How can Giannis is. Oh God, he's
just a dog.
NBA. But he's a dog. But then it's like. He's such a funny dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like remember the Instagram? Oh, I forgot what song, but he was like, "We're gonna be freaks in the sheets tonight."
Yeah. His girlfriend.
Yeah, and you just go in the background like you can't say that. No, I love Giannis. Dude, I went to. I mean, you guys know about this, but that playoff game I went to Game 5 of the Eastern Conference.
Oh, in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Eastern Conference Finals in Milwaukee when it was the. Bucks and Raptors playing.
Ooh.
And the crazy, that's the game that was it Game 4? No, it was Game 4. It was Game 4. That was like, it was Game 4. But oh my God, it was awesome. Like we had amazing seats. Giannis and Kawhi both went off that night. And it was one of those Kawhi nights where he was just getting to his the same spot. It's at left. It's if you're looking at the court, it'd be the right mid range, and it's like once he gets there, there's nothing you can do.
No.
And
it's the whole
and it was a. And
ask him Bede, he'll know the feeling.
And looking back at that game was that changed the series.
Ouch.
If the Bucks, it was Game 3 it was Game 4 because the Bucks were up 2-1. So if they won that game, they go up 3-1. But since the Raptors won, they tied it 2-2, and then the Raptors finished out the series. And we know what happened from there. Kawhi had one of the greatest playoff runs of all time.
Championships.
Yeah, they got the ring in the 6.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Kawhi too, man?
Yeah. We still have about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
Defensively, just amazing. Offensively, just amazing. Literally everything.
He's a Terminator, dude.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
And the hair. If he ever gets rid of that hair, I'm just gonna be like, what?
I'm cool.
No. I like. He looks scarier like that. So
more intimidating.
Yeah. I don't think it's the hair. I just think it's the dude.
Maybe it's just him.
No emotion.
Oh, he's just like
the only time I've ever seen him where I think, oh, this is a human being. It's at the championship parade.
Or when he did his laugh.
Dude, when he made fun of it at the parade.
No. What was the way that he announced when, his first game in LA?
I don't remember.
Someone gave him the mic and he said something and oh God, I forgot what he said. It's gonna bother me now because people are making memes out of it left and right.
I mean, I love how Kawhi turned into a meme. Dude,
he's a walking meme.
The best is that he did a.
Oh, it's the hey now or whatever. He says something like that.
But dude, did you ever see the Terminator commercial with him?
Yes,
dude,
that was crazy.
And then at the end, it's he turns around, his eyes are God.
I think that was the Sunday Night Football commercial.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah. I saw it during a game or something. But I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna wrap up on that discussion we were just talking about. Our man crush on Kawhi, because I think we all universally love him. Also, I just want to give out all those guys on the NBA All-Star list totally deserve it. Before Siakam got hurt, he was in the MVP conversation. I'm not upset that he got over Butler, and I was probably the outside man on that take. I feel like anyone else would have hit Siakam. That was just his injury.
I mean, Twitter disagrees. As I checked when the roster dropped, everyone is upset.
Dude, everyone's
basically
upset.
No. What exactly?
What?
Yeah, that's what they're upset about.
They're upset that Jimmy isn't.
That's saying no Jimmy Butler. That's what's trending number one right now.
See, the thing with Jimmy that kind of bugs me about the All-Star voting is you can't put him in as a guard. You have to put him in as a forward,
right?
Because they have Arrow and none, and so it's you have to put because if he was
who's on the Western, because is LeBron technically?
Yeah, he's a captain.
Is he point though? Or does it not go in that order?
Actually, yeah, no, that's a good question. Go to the West.
Let's see here.
Harden, that's what it was. Harden and Luka are the two guards.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then Kawhi, AD, and Braun are the forwards. That's what it was. Yeah.
Here we go. Yep, Luka is the main guard, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. So, you guys want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I'll wrap it up for us. So thank you guys for listening. As I said at the beginning of the show, this is Jersey Talk, where we talk sports and wear jerseys. Today, Jacob is wearing his LaDainian Thompson New York Jets jersey.
New York Jets.
And then we hinted at it earlier. I'm rocking the NBA City Edition Chicago Bulls Zach LaVine jersey.
And me, as usual, didn't come in with the jerseys.
Well, he has a jersey.
Yes,
it's here in spirit.
Yeah.
And was it a Saquon? Right?
Yeah, of course. Saquon. It's a throwback jersey.
Do you have an Eli jersey?
I do. It's somewhere. Okay.
Because that would have been a good thing to bring. But I'll end this. I'll
work for the next episode.
I'll end this now. But thank you guys for listening. As I was just saying, this is the podcast where we Jersey Talk, where we wear jerseys and talk sports. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. Follow us at Twitter at Jersey Talk 20 and subscribe to us on YouTube at Jersey Talk. And have a lovely evening, morning, afternoon.